My world began with the stench of death and brine. I stood on the ramparts of Saltmere Castle, an overlooked princess, watching the crimson tide bring in the bodies of my father's soldiers. I was a strategist in secret, slipping battle plans under the war room door, but my brother Caspian, the crown prince, ignored them. His pride cost us 53 men that morning alone. Our kingdom was losing the war against the Undersea Fae, so when a message arrived from their ruler, the monster known as the Sea King, I was not surprised by his terms. He offered peace in exchange for a royal bribe. My father's gaze fell on my younger sister, Mira, but I knew she wouldn't survive it. She was already a ghost, haunted by the war, so I offered myself. I, Nerida, the third-born, the expendable one, would be the price for peace. My sister Mira pressed a hidden blade into my hand before I left, telling me to make them bleed if they hurt me. The Fae emissary, Lord Blackwater, warned me the transformation would be agonizing. He wasn't wrong. I drank the glowing draught, and it felt like drowning and burning at once. I was thrown into the ocean and took my first watery breath. I was taken to the deep-sea city of Abyssos and presented to my new husband, King Lysander. He was beautiful and terrible, and I began our marriage by refusing to bow. The Undersea court was a den of predators. I was mocked by the nobles, especially the venomous Lady Cordelia, who informed me that the previous human brides hadn't lasted long. Lysander himself was cold, abandoning me at our wedding feast. I realized quickly, survival was a game I'd have to win alone. My first test came that night. My new attendant, Senna, tried to kill me on Cordelia's orders. I was not the fragile girl they expected. I used Mira's blade and my own cunning to kill Senna and her two accomplices. When Lysander found me standing over the bodies, I saw the first spark of something in his eyes: respect. He advised me that his court respected strength above all. A fragile alliance formed between us, built on shared strategic minds. His ancient advisor, Lord Erebus, offered me political guidance in exchange for my military insights. This new standing was challenged immediately. Cordelia invoked the right of trials to contest my crown. I accepted, setting the terms myself. If I fail, I would walk into the deepest dark, a place of no return. I passed the first trial, a trial of mind, by solving an ancient riddle. My bond with Lysander deepened as he showed me his private war room. There, I discovered a horrifying truth. Someone had been orchestrating our decades-long war to create a massive ritual summoning circle. But just as we began to trust each other, news arrived that my brother's ships were attacked by Fae bearing Lysander's crest. He accused me of betrayal and locked me in my chambers. I convinced him of my innocence, and we investigated the attack together, finding faked evidence. We were ambushed by a mutated kraken, and in the fight to survive, we saved each other's lives. We returned to the palace to find Cordelia had staged a coup. To defeat her, we had to fully activate our marriage bond, sharing our minds, memories, and power. We fought as one, and I finally killed her. But a greater threat emerged: the Iron Fleet, led by Admiral Thane. Lysander revealed a painful secret. Thane was his adopted human brother, Marcus, thought dead for decades. In the final desperate battle, Thane, now a vessel for a dark ancient power, aimed a killing blow at me. Lysander, now mortal after a previous bargain, threw himself in front of me, taking the blow. As Lysander died in my arms, Marcus saw the sacrifice. His love for his brother allowed him to regain control for one final moment. He sacrificed his own corrupted soul to resurrect Lysander, his final act breaking the ancient curses that had plagued the kingdom. In the month that followed, true peace began. I found I was pregnant with twins, but her past returned. Cordelia was not dead. She had been transformed by the void between. She revealed she was truly Catherine, Lysander's first bride, whom he had coldly allowed to die 3 centuries ago. He was forced to confront his monstrous past. I offered Catherine mercy and truth, and her tormented soul finally found peace. My ordeal triggered the birth. As all the magical kingdoms of the world gathered in fear, I went into labor. My children, Serena and Calium, were born. The bridge of bloods prophesied to either unite or destroy reality. Their birth awakened ancient powers, including the Leviathan, who demanded the world return to purity, a separation of all species. But my children were more than anyone knew. At only 3 months old, they revealed they were the reincarnation of the first sovereign, the being who had created the barriers between worlds. They confronted the Leviathan and offered the world a new choice. Not forced unity or absolute separation, but a gradual becoming, an evolution toward a blended, united future. The world chose unity. My children, their cosmic duty done, gave their ancient memories to the Leviathan to hold in trust, allowing them to finally just be children. Years later, I look at the world we built. Humans with gills swim with fae who can walk on land. Our children, now including a third, play in a kingdom where difference is cherished, not feared. Lysander and I rule, not as enemies or sacrifices, but as equals, bound by a choice that remade our world. The sea, once my prison, became my home. The monster, once my enemy, became my heart.